G'day team, Miss Hades here. Beautiful filly. Won the last two. Went to Cootamundra. I know we took it to the bush, but it's all about educating your horse. And she's a bit of a slow learner, but a beautiful filly. She won well at her first start. Cootamundra won pretty easy. My second start it was, sorry. And next start we took her out to Orange, well placed, put her into a 1400. So she went from 1100 to 1400. Did it easily. Ran away from with 50 to go. She'll step up to 1400 again on Saturday at Kimberley Grange. Give her kisses. Hopefully she can win that. But if she can win that, I'll take her to town. Put her in a mile race for fillies if I can find a race like that. Fillies and mares. She will absolutely lap up the ground. I think she's a pretty smart filly, this. Always had a bit of time for her and she's repaying us now. But you know, a bit tough tomorrow. So, need a bit of luck. Are we, Bubba? G'day team. Takeover artist. Just had a trial of those, an easy trial at Warwick Farm. Trialled really well last preparation and it's like a promising type. So it's an easy trial at Warwick Farm for a bit of fitness. You'll have another trial in a couple of weeks' time at Warwick Farm again. Don't be such a pest. You're being a pest. And then we'll go to the races soon after that. He's a really nice son of trapeze artist with a mind of his own. And yeah. G'day team, don't want to wake anyone up right now, so we'll just let her have a little rest. Frosty Joe here. She trialled really well at the recent trials at Warwick Farm and we'll be looking to get in the races pretty soon now. She's a big, late maturing type. See, she's laying down now. It's a lot of horses this time of the day. It's around about 11 o'clock. They've been up since 3:30 and they're having a little rest, so I've probably got to just let her get back to sleep. There you go. Hey. G'day team, here's a horse called Sir Maurice, obviously a son of Maurice. Ran really well his first start in the race. He really ran well over 1200, which was unexpected at 100 to 1. Then we took him to Nowra, put him in a 1400, rode him back off the speed and he just did nothing. Didn't run on, just battled away. Since worked really well and we've decided that we think he's a horse that has to be up on the speed. So we stepped him up to 1500 at Kimberley Grange and we'll ride him forward. We'll have him up on the speeds hopefully in the first 3 or 4 and give him something to chase. I think he just got back and lost contact with the field and he just didn't come on straight like we were hoping from him. And it was second up though, so we'll give him that little credit for running poorly. We think he's a pretty handy horse, so we're very disappointed what we saw. All dirty shavings all through your hair. But you know, we think he's a pretty handy little horse, so we'll hopefully see some improvement tomorrow. He might be just a late maturing type, maybe he's ran well first up and might be all too much for him, but we'll be guided by whatever happens tomorrow, won't we, mate? G'day team, here's the Zusane Ab No Doubt filly. She's just come back into work and going really well. Went 3/4 pace today for the first time ever, and that was exciting, wasn't it, girl? Amazing when you start to do some wind pause in here. They start to do a bit of fast work for the first time, they realise what they're here for. So she was very excited about her work. So hopefully over the next few weeks we do some more work with her and head towards maybe some jump outs and further education from there. G'day team, amazing Nikki here. She raced at Hawkesbury during the week. It was a little disappointing, 1100, wasn't a lot of tempo on, got pulling really hard and just flattened out, you know, didn't really find the light. She's a 1,000 metre horse, there's no doubt about that. So we'll find another race for her in a few weeks' time, over 1,000, you can say hello. And we'll be back picking up the prize, mate. She's so consistent. Very hard for her to win because she's going to be ridden so cold, but she gives you a sight for your money. Back to 1,000 next start, and I think she'll be very hard to beat. Okay team, here is a filly by Pirata out of Iggy McCool. What an unusual marking to her face. We'll have fun naming her, won't we? What do you think it looks like? Well, there's lots of conjecture over it. I'm not going to say what I think. But she's a beautiful filly and she's so sassy. Look at her. Don't be like that. Hey? Oh, see, she tried to bite me. Look at her. You're a bugger. You are a bugger. But she moves like a gazelle. I just feel she's a bit at that point of preparation at the moment where she might have just about had enough for this time through. A bit of pre-training, a bit of work. Look at her. You're a naughty girl. Yes. But I love that in a filly. Yeah. Oh, that was good. You were eyeing me off there, weren't you? Soften me up for a big bite. So, anyway, we'll probably give her a break next week. She's had enough. Don't. I'm trying to rub your eye. Here. and she'll be a beautiful filly. I reckon this stag is going to be a great stag in Purard, I really do. G'day team, here is the I'm All the Talk filly. Obviously Elite Thoroughbreds knows I'm All the Talk pretty well. Did buy him, raced him, won with him, went to stud, was a freak at stud in Western Australia. Unfortunately got very sick and he died. But this is probably one of the last daughters of I'm All the Talk, I think. Paid $36,000 for it in the sales in Western Australia, the Magic Millions. At this stage, she's beautiful, love her. Really good shape filly, can't do enough for you at track work, and gives a feel of a nice horse. So next few weeks we'll know a little bit more. It's only a first time through, but very athletic. G'day team, here's one of my favourite horses. Unfortunately, Artifacts pulled up sore after his barrier trial at Warwick Farm. This is part and parcel of training and owning racehorses. It doesn't always go to plan. He'd been working really well. We're expecting a big trial from him. Thought he was a pretty smart horse, and unfortunately when the gates opened, I don't know if he stumbled or what happened, but he just didn't take part. He followed the field round, ran last, pulled up very sore. Looks like he's torn a muscle up in his shoulder area. Very hard to ascertain it without doing a proper scan. They cost thousands of scans and they basically get the same prognosis. They've got to have a spell. So without having to spend too much money, we've diagnosed it to be up in the shoulder area, and he can then go for a break where he'll be put in a paddock to a small yard to start with, where he can't get running, to a bigger yard to eventually outdoor paddock. So he's probably going to have about 3 months out minimum, and then he will come back into work, and I'm sure he's got plenty to offer, haven't you, bud? But just an unusual injury, and this is what the problem is these are athletes, just like footballers, runners, anything. When you're extending and pushing yourself, you can have muscle injuries, and that's what's happened, unfortunately. And I feel for the owners. You know, we're all excited. We're hoping to get some money back out of him, but we're going to have to be more patient now and wait till next time through. Here we have Ring of Rosa. Come here, girl. Come and say hello. Come on. Come on. Come and say hello. Come on. Nope. Come on. Come and say hello. Everyone loves you. Yes, we all love you. She trialled enormous today. She's going to go around a couple of weeks' time at Rosehill. 1100 metre, 72 benchmark for fillies and mares. Save your money. She goes well first up. G'day team. It's one of my favourites anyway. I don't like getting too close to horses because they come and go, unfortunately, from big stables. But this guy, Sumo Star, is one of the most magnificent horses to train. He's a beautiful natured horse. Loves everyone. Everyone loves him. He trialled like a rocket the other day at Warwick Farm, so we're looking forward to the preparation. He starts off in a couple of weeks' time at Rosehill in the midway over 1200 metres. So hopefully he can pull that barrier trial that he did the other day out again, hey mate, and head towards a good preparation, because I mean he showed last preparation he's borderline Saturday company horse, which is harder for any horse, we all know, to get to that level. And he's gone through a lot. He went through not being able to win in the bush to now being a city class horse. So just keeps improving. So this preparation we did a bit of dressage work with him. With Renee Dorney had him for a few weeks, and we're doing some dressage and just doing something different. What are you doing? And it got him bending and carrying himself better, and he's come out and showed a heap more at this barrier trial. So who knows? This horse might be on the way to a good race, and particularly this time of year, because what happens, the carnival's almost over. Prize money on Saturdays, as you all know, is 82,000, I think it is, for a win. So you knock a couple of them over, and I tell you what, you've paid for well and truly the horse and plenty more. So this bloke's already won, I think, close to 100 grand, and I feel that he's got a lot more in store, haven't we, fella? Hey team, here's another favourite of ours, Deep Fury, most consistent horse in the stable, never misses a check, and he won really well last start at Nowra. Beat nothing, it was an average field, but he did it well. He settled well back, didn't travel at all until he straightened up, and when he applied the stick, just give him a couple to wake him up, he really stretched out, caught a tearaway leader, one running away, which gave me, you know, the confidence to step him up in distance. So he's nominated for a 72 benchmark race on Wednesday, the Kenzo track, over 1800. So probably not the ideal benchmark to be heading for when you're only a 60 odd yourself. So he'll come in light in the weights, but well above the benchmark. He probably should be carrying 4 or 5 kilos less than what he's carrying, but there's obviously a limit. But look, he's in form, and it'll be a good little test to see how he is going to line up at this level. But the fact that it's 1900 or 1800 means that it's just a different type of race, and he just tries so hard, don't you, bud? He's the quietest horse too. I love him. Good boy. Here we have a beautiful colt called Missile Seeker. This preparation's been a good one. He hasn't missed a check this time through and been really good. Last start he hit the front way too early at Canberra, got run down the line by a pretty handy horse, I believe, and pulled up really well. See, he wears the bandages. They're just box bandages to keep his legs nice and clean. He's got a bad habit of knocking his fetlocks around. Being a colt, often do some silly things during the day. But look, there's a nice race for him coming up on Melbourne Cup Day I'd like to have a crack at, just at Randwick. Nice little distance for him. He's in good order. I think it's time to have a go. So Melbourne Cup Day is a big day, a lot of racing on that day. So we'll nominate for a heap of races, but if I can get him into that race at Randwick, we'll just see how he lines up against the better opposition. Okay, sorry for waking you up, all right? G'day team, he's walking, talking, son of I'm all the talk. Beautiful big boy. He's racing well. He drops back to 1,000 metres next Wednesday. Benchmark race on the Kenzo. Track's been really leaderish. Last week he led up at Randwick and over 1,100 metres, and it was an unbelievable gale force wind in their face. Unfortunately, he was doing all the work out in front. Got a bit tired late. But back to 1,000 on a track that's been leaders and rails. If he draws a good gate, it's only a small field of nominations at this point. If he draws well, he'll run a hell of a race. And then 2 weeks later, we've got a night meeting coming up at Canterbury. There's a 12:50 evening star race for him, so that'll suit him as well. So I think his next 2 starts, keep an eye on him, he's ready to go. G'day team, here is a filly called Roman Miss. She's been racing really consistently. Probably should have won a race by now. Unfortunately today she drew a good gate, blinkers on first time. Jock probably overdid the first 50 metres of the race, got her pulling really hard in the 1,200 metre race. Basically horses crossed her. He was up just hanging on, trying to hold her back to speed. And unfortunately she pulled hard, got out in time late and was beaten to run third. Good run though. It was a strong race. I think the provincial horses or city class horses ran the placings. We're hoping to run her again shortly, but unfortunately yesterday she had a bit of a mucusy nose, so we're just going to have to get that clear up. She got a bit of a cold, so once that fixes itself with some treatment, she'll be ready to go again. Hey team, he's a nice big boy called Kiss the Outcast. He's son of Pariah out of Pasami Mucho. We've always thought this horse might make a middle distance type horse with time, and his time's up, so now it's time to do the job. So it's a big, tall horse, rangy horse, and so it's time to put his best foot forward now. We've given him all the time in the world, and he's shown ability. It's just some horses just take longer than others, and he's certainly in that bracket. But this preparation we'll know a lot more, and we'll hopefully be aiming up at some good races up to a mile at least anyway. G'day team, here is Scratchy. Itchy's coming across now as well. Both goats in great order. You can see well named Itchy and Scratchy. They're well known, these two. They were the goats that used to look after Ruby Tuesday, who's been retired. So now they're just in jail until we find another horse that needs some help. They are the mascots of the team, and they come out with the horses every afternoon and play with the horses in the boxes, and as you can see, quite the character.
Hey guys, this is Usain Colt. He's currently out spelling. Seeing some massive changes in this boy lately. He's really starting to thicken up there and growing into himself lovely. He's just a nice horse in lovely mate nature. He's good to do anything with, and just to see him already with that maturity, it would be great to see the rest of his body catch up, and I think he's going to make a lovely colt. So I look forward to bringing him back into work, but we'll keep you posted over the next couple of weeks and let you know how he's going. Thanks guys.
Colloquio late with I'm Rockin', but Cosmic Cameo staves them all off. But Bring a Gem with the Gun Runner is way too good. And there's a double for James McDonald.
Straturbo just in front. It's ripping on and won the last. Straturbo.
Is coming away for a brilliant victory and goes down to beat Octane Flyer and then came in third Dothraki.
Tester Shadow resuming today's a neck in front from Oxford Poet. It can't pull back the margin. Tester Shadow patiently ridden outside the leader. Here's Seeking Asylum with the last shot at them, bursting through on the outside. Oh, what a great finish. Seeking Asylum. Abdullah says, go on, Sebring Sun. And it races up to hit the lead and starts to wedge away in the Rosebud. Sebring Sun from Wild Ear and Let's Make It Rain. Regeese run home into fourth, followed then by Tatouche, then Vanbrugh from Zoo Tanada, and Canby Bossy after leading, finished back at the tail of the field.